everyone. Welcome to Mom 365 Weekly Tips. This week's on Mom 365, we had the opportunity to speak with Ms. Brittany Daniels, who goes by Brittany the Host. She is very passionate about restoration of the family unit through the God-ordained practice of marriage. And although a lot of her message is to help young women that are unmarried, without children, to avoid becoming single mothers and unwed mothers, making some of the mistakes that some of us have made in having children out of wedlock, which has further added to the broken homes and the lack of stability for our children. The question is, should unmarried mothers give legacy to men for free that have not made commitment of marriage, leadership, protection, and provision to them by giving them the child's last name? So today we are going to discuss a topic that many parents-to-be may struggle with, choosing the father's last name for your child. And some people didn't struggle with it because we didn't even think about it. But there are pros and cons to consider in this decision, so let's dive right in. So before we get into pros and cons, let's first talk about how to avoid becoming an unwed mother, and to consider some of the following tips, because I think this is actually more important than actually getting into the whole conversation of pros and cons of giving last names. Because if we're not moms having babies out of wedlock to begin with, then we don't have to worry about this issue. So first off, you want to have open communication. You want to maintain open and honest communication with your partner about your expectations, plans, values regarding family. Ask if he has interests or intentions for marriage, and if he's even at that place in his life where he's ready for commitments or responsibilities of marriage and family. You want to understand his vision for himself and for his own life, his vision for his family, his significant other, as well as his children. You want to understand his vision for his legacy and how he would want his children to talk about him and remember him. Those things are very important. Also, you want to get into family planning. You want to discuss family planning methods and make informed decisions together to prevent unintended pregnancies. So, educational resources. Stay informed about sexual health, contraception options, and reproductive health resources. Stay up to date, ladies. Know your body. Men as well. Know your rights. Be aware of legal rights and responsibilities concerning parenting, marriage, and child custody in your jurisdiction. I'm sorry. You also want to consider financial stability. Aim for financial stability to provide a secure environment for yourself and any future family. A lot of times why men are not ready for marriage or the commitment of family is because of that financial stability and the responsibility that they have as men to be providers. Personal goals. You want to pursue personal and career goals to establish a strong foundation for your future and potential family. Give yourselves time to grow and establish yourselves. Healthy relationships. You want to choose partners who share similar values, goals, and who are committed to building a stable family environment. Access to support. You want to cultivate support network of friends and family who can provide guidance and assistance if needed. Remember, each person's circumstances are unique, and these tips are general guidelines. It's crucial to make choices based on your individual situation and your own values. Marrying before having children is a personal choice that can contribute to stability for the family unit. But here are some more tips. Like we said, open communication is important to ensure you and your partner have discussed your values, future goals, and expectations regarding marriage and family life. You want to consider financial stability. You want to aim for financial stability before starting a family to provide a secure environment for your children. You know, if you want to get the degrees, if you want to start the businesses, if you want to line up the career, things like that. You want to make sure you guys have shared goals. Confirm that you and your partner have shared long-term goals, including perspectives on parenting, career aspirations, and lifestyle choices. And like we said before, legal considerations, understand legal aspects related to marriage, such as inheritance, custody, and spousal's right to make informed decisions. Emotional readiness. Assess your emotional readiness for marriage and parenthood, considering the commitment and the responsibilities involved. You know, you can even take a parenting class just to really understand the ins and outs of parenting. Support system. You want to cultivate a strong support system of friends and family to provide guidance and assistance as needed. Conflict resolution skills. Develop effective communication and conflict resolution skills to navigate challenges that may arise within a marriage. Very important, because a lot of us struggle with this. You want to consider premarital counseling. Consider premarital counseling to address potential issues, strengthen your relationship, and build a foundation for a successful marriage, and to just be able to understand your differences and how you can come together and be able to appreciate but still be able to compromise as necessary. Consult legal counsel if you're unsure about the legal implications. Consult with family law attorney to understand your rights and options. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Ultimately, the decision should be based on what is best for you and your child's well-being. One of the advantages of giving your child the father's last name is the sense of unity and connection it can bring to the family. It is a way of honoring the father's heritage and lineage. On the other hand, some mothers may feel their own identity is being overshadowed by taking on their partner's last name for the child. So when there's marriage, that's not even a question. Everybody carries the same last name, generally. Remember that there's no one-size-fits-all approach, and individual circumstances are always going to vary. Taking the time to build a solid foundation for your relationship through marriage can contribute to a healthier and more stable environment for raising children. When deciding whether to give the child the father's last name, unmarried mothers should consider factors like the father's involvement in the child's relationship with both parents and future implications. Communication with the father about naming choices is essential, ensuring that both perspectives are considered. If concerns about the father's involvement or legal rights arise, consulting with a family lawyer can provide valuable guidance. Ultimately, the decision should prioritize the child's well-being and reflect the parents' mutual agreement or legal agreement. Like we said, ultimately the decision comes down to personal preference and what feels right for your family. It's important to have open and honest conversations with your partner about your expectations and your feelings regarding this matter. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer as long as both parents are on the same page. Let's stop leaving our families up to chance and actually start preparing and planning for them. It eliminates a lot of unnecessary stress, headache, heartache for all that's involved, but especially for the innocent children who had no say-so yet suffer the consequences of the aftermath when things don't always fall through or go right. And that's it for today's tip. Join us next time for more helpful, insightful tips. So we thank you for tuning in for another episode of Mom 365. And on Sunday, we're going to drop a new episode. So continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe, and continue to stay connected with us, right? The holidays are coming up. Come get your self-care services. Come get your waxing, your facials, anything that you need to rejuvenate yourself. Come talk to us. And remember, we here at Self-Indulgent, we believe that you got to put yourself first and self-indulge. So until next time, moms, tune in and we'll see you soon. Remember to be intentional about pouring into yourself and loving on you so that you'll be able to love on others around you. All right, so put yourself first and self-indulge.